Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chat from a Hat. I'm your host, Josh Brownlaw, with my co-host,
Caleb Luther.
Now, Caleb, how are you, my friend? You just got back from a parade, didn't you?
I was in a parade.
You were in a parade for your job.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice, I bet. How was it out there?
A little hot, a little humid, a little sweaty.
I'm sorry I didn't get to see you in the parade.
We have people walking with our. We have people in the actual float, people in the bed of the truck, people inside the actual truck,
Oh, you had a float.
and people walking beside the truck handing out books and stuff.
You had a float?
We had a float.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
It's actually kind of cool.
And let's just say the people that had to walk were having a tough time.
I bet they were. They need some water. They need some nourishment. Did you give them any water and or nourishment?
No, I don't, they might have brought some.
Wow. Caleb, you suck.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So, Caleb, we just recorded 2 days ago. We recorded the... was it 2 days ago? It was 2 days ago, right? 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Sorry, I needed a drink there. We recorded the... we tried to record... Let me better phrase that. We tried to record a episode called The Most Underrated and Underappreciated Movies and TV Shows. Well, if you've listened to that episode yet, you know that didn't happen. But one person did apparently listen to this episode and left a very good comment on our Spotify page. And this is from user 12226317776. I really hope that's not somebody's phone number.
Whoever could it be?
And I don't know.
I don't know.
This is what they said. Oof. LOL. OOF. LOL. So that's our feedback for this week's episode. For the past week's episode. Caleb, you got anything to catch up on? Has anything happened in the last 3 days that you need to talk about?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think so. I mean,
I worked. We painted some more of the Y'all Alternative Art Space, which is opening in Williamson very soon. We actually got our table booked for WillCon next year, which we will be over there for that. More information on WillCon will be available soon as well. But Caleb, we decided that this week, well, actually we drew it from the hat on Saturday of last week. Friday of last week.
Yeah.
Friday. Sunday, we recorded. We don't know.
There's so many different
so many
recordings
days
that it's like, it all just kind of runs together when you're defeated
Dude,
so many
times.
does.
It really does. Sunday we pulled favorite foods, and that's kind of an easy episode for us. Not a lot of research, where we've kind of been busy over the last little bit. But Caleb, you made a criteria for foods which you happened to send to me today, and I was able to actually break mine down into those categories as well. So this is probably not going to be very long, folks.
Well, hopefully, on our next episode, there'll be a bigger gap in between recordings.
Yes,
and we'll be able to bring a little bit more to the table in terms of catch up, and hopefully we pull a good topic maybe. And
the thing for me is that, we'll be able to really be able to move and groove next week with an episode. So unfortunately, with the way that technology is, we've kind of had to rush these last two episodes to get them out to everybody, because we want to be consistent. We want to give you all a show every week, and we want it to be the best. But sometimes that just out of our wheelhouse. We can't do it. But this week, it should be pretty fun. Caleb, we're going to talk about our favorite foods. Would you like to start, as always?
I can.
What is our first category?
Well, I mostly completed this in like a 30-minute span of time.
Agreed.
While I was at work, and I just put up Word. I was like, how am I going to go about this? I'm not a very I eat every day. I have to eat a decent amount of food every day to keep up energy and stuff.
I am a passionate foodie.
I'm not that passionate about food in general. Like individual foods, there's certain foods where I'm like, yeah, that's the best. But when it comes to like writing this down, it was difficult because I'm just like, what do I do? What do I even talk about? So I decided to sort of like break them up into different categories, because I think they need to be in different.
Sure.
So the first category I have here is fast food. I know we did the fast food
tier ranking, but we didn't really dive into actual specific items.
And the reason why I say fast food is because when you're working jobs like we do, sometimes you just got to get fast food.
Yeah, you just have to do it.
You go to the closest place for me is, if we're talking about actual fast food restaurants, is Wendy's and Subway, and McDonald's is a little bit out of the way. It's not. It's still a good walk. I can make the walk, but
So on a good
yeah,
cool day, if you're really feeling it, you could make the walk.
I've made the walk before. I've made the walk to the Chinese restaurant, which is close to McDonald's.
Yeah.
And as I said, last time I went to the Chinese restaurant, someone choked.
Caleb almost killed a guy.
So we're talking about fast food restaurants. I want to start off with Wendy's because it's my favorite.
Okay.
It was my main S tier, I believe, on the fast food tier ranking.
Okay.
So I actually have a few different things at Wendy's because I think that Wendy's has maybe the best chicken sandwich.
They do have the best
around,
chicken sandwich.
and to me that is the spicy chicken sandwich at Wendy's.
I'll agree.
It's been a staple in my life since probably the 6th grade when I was brave enough.
So you put so you really put specific items.
I did, yeah.
Okay, so mine's a little vague. But if we're going to talk just restaurants, then yes, I would say the spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's is the best thing on the menu.
I just love chicken so much. And then spicy chickens, I got to take a decent amount of antacids after eating.
Man, the chicken nuggets are the best too.
I don't eat their chicken nuggets very often,
but I
know they're good.
They're the best chicken nuggets around.
Yeah,
bar none.
Yeah,
bar none. Sorry, spicy chicken sandwich.
So you want me to continue with Wendy's here?
Sure.
Just get these Wendy's out of the way.
Sure.
Here. I think that their junior bacon cheeseburger is, despite it being very small, taste wise, is probably my favorite fast food burger.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay.
I just love everything about it. I don't take a daggone thing off of that burger. I know some people do. I'm like, nope. It all just works perfectly together for me. I think it's perfect.
Have you had...
And I had the Big Bacon Classic this week. And I know you could assume that it's just the bigger version of that, but
it's not.
Taste-wise, it's just so much different. It's so much different.
Have you
it just works better.
Have
on
you
the
had the crispy BLT from there yet?
I don't think I have.
Get that sometime.
Is that a chicken sandwich?
It's a chicken sandwich, and it's got bacon, lettuce, and tomato on it. So it's pretty much a junior bacon cheeseburger, but it's got a chicken, like the chicken sandwich on it instead.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
My last entry for Wendy's is, I don't think Wendy's has the best breakfast. I just don't think. Actually, I think their sausage is not good at all.
It's not.
French toast sticks they're fair. Potatoes are. But I'm telling you, this one item for breakfast is the best breakfast item you can get at any fast food restaurant.
The honey butter chicken.
The honey butter chicken biscuit.
That's the best thing
so
from there.
Good.
Yeah.
It's
breakfast goes.
It's gonna be a mess. Your hands are gonna be a little sticky. But my God, that biscuit has delivered every time.
Okay.
I'm sure it's incredibly unhealthy.
Yeah.
I probably eat it about once every 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes I'll just buy 2 of those in the morning and make one of them my lunch.
Hey, sometimes that's the way to do it,
Yeah.
man. I mean, I would do that sometimes with Tudors and just get when I was working.
Their biscuits are big.
When I was in training for. When I was working at the DHHR, we would have to go to Charleston every day for training. You got an hour for lunch, but I would grab Tudors on the way, eat one for breakfast, and then that hour lunch, I would just sit in the car and have my other one.
Yeah.
And then I was fine. So that's
my Wendy's.
Okay.
Want to take it over to you? I'm sorry, folks, in advance if it sounds like I have food in my mouth, because I do. It's the food episode, and I'm eating a granola bar. I think a granola bar.
It's a granola bar.
Okay.
Yes.
Granola bar?
So I didn't necessarily I didn't break mine down into specific restaurants, but I broke it into the things that if I go to a fast food restaurant, I'm going to get. Very rarely will I ever get a fish sandwich. I do not like fish sandwiches.
Oh, I should have put that on my list. I usually look at those, but some of them have let me down.
I do not. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Arby's had a fish sandwich that sucked.
I'm not a fan of fried fish, like fried fish, like
really?
deep fried fish. I'm just not that big of a fan of it. However, like a grilled piece of fish or something like that, yeah, I'll eat the crap out of that. Sushi, I'll eat the crap out of that.
I'll eat any of them. Don't care. They're all just super good.
But if you're talking Wendy's, without question, favorites from Wendy's is that spicy chicken sandwich and the chicken nuggets. I will get a hamburger every once in a while, and their burgers are the best burgers around too.
They are.
But very rarely will I get one of those. It's usually the spicy chicken sandwich or the home style chicken sandwich is good as well.
It is good
with the tomato.
I mean, I really like their grilled chicken sandwich where they eliminated it.
Yeah,
with the
wrap.
I like the wrap.
Yeah, the wrap's okay.
Wrap's good.
Yep. Speaking of, Burger King has wraps now. Did you know that?
I've had them a couple times.
They're not bad.
They're okay. They're small.
They're small. They are.
Yeah.
But
They're pretty good though.
so yeah, that's it for me from Wendy's.
So I think I've decided that Wendy's has the best French fries here recently. I don't have that on here, but I usually I used to get the baked potato, but I've really come around on their fries. I think they're really good.
I've come around
Especially
on their
if they're
fries too
fresh.
a lot.
And they last. You can let them sit around for 30 minutes and they're still kind of good. So my next one, I don't have much more fast food because Wendy's was the cream of the crop for me.
Okay.
I mean, I don't love McDonald's, but I think they might have the best fast food burger when it comes to the bigger size burgers. I think the Junior Bacon is just a perfect little minuscule bite, But I think that the Big Mac, the Big Mac to me is just it's perfect.
Fun fact. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
I just love the Big Mac.
I had a Big Mac the other day for the first time in probably 6 or 7 years. Man, that thing hit. It's hit. Good. And it's the dressing. It's what's crazy is the fact that when you get a Big Mac, you're getting mostly condiments. Man, them condiments are so good. Man, they're so good. The pickle. And that sauce.
Well, you got the
some
onions.
lettuce and some onions on.
Which I can't get it with the onions anymore. So it does take away a little bit of the flavor, but it still tastes really good compared to, let's see, since I've eliminated onions mostly from my diet. I've had a quarter pounder without onions, and it really affects the taste of the burger.
Okay.
You can really taste what that meat tastes like, and it's like, oh, this isn't anything special.
Right.
But with the Big Mac without the onions, it's still got a lot of flavor thanks to the sauce and all the other things that it's got working for it. So.
Well, because any other time when you get any other sandwich from McDonald's, it's literally one of 4 things is on it: pickle, onion, ketchup, mustard, and cheese. That's it. That's all that's on it. So that sauce gives it something else. It's got relish in it. It's got pickling and things like that, and it's pretty much Thousand Island dressing.
It is, yeah.
But man, it hits. It hits.
Absolutely.
McDonald's for me, probably chicken nuggets again because I'm basic. When it comes to fast food, I'm pretty basic. Caleb, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Fast food for me, I really enjoy a fast food Mexican place. And I'm not talking about Taco Bell. We can talk about Taco Bell, but every time we talk about Taco Bell, they get rid of the best thing.
They'll never get rid of the actual best thing.
What's the best thing?
Don't worry. It's next time I listen. I'm waiting for you to continue with your...
Okay, well, I was going to talk about places like Qdoba and Moe's and Chipotle.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah. Moe's has a burrito called the Homewrecker Burrito. I had this for the first time this year, and anytime I go to Moe's now, that will be the thing that I get.
Yeah.
It's chicken, guac, beans, rice, anything that you want on it. It is so good. It's so delicious. Qdoba, you cannot go wrong with their quesadillas, and you cannot go wrong with their burritos. Chipotle is not that good. It's not.
I mean,
it's not great.
Once, but
it is not great compared to Qdoba or Moe's.
I've never had Moe's.
Well, if we ever go to Pikeville, we'll go to Moe's.
Okay.
Because it's good. It's very good.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Homewrecker Burrito from Moe's. That is my number one go-to favorite for those restaurants.
Taco Bell, speaking of, you brought up Taco Bell. I like so much stuff at Taco Bell. A lot of it kind of tastes the same, but if it tastes good, it's like, well, who cares?
Yeah.
But there's one thing that has a very distinct taste to it, and it's been a staple for me when it comes to Taco Bell. I don't get it every time. It does cost a little bit more, and there's a reason why, because it's good. It's really good. There's just something about those beef supreme chalupas that I just cannot get over. It's just, it all works. And I've had the chicken. Not as good.
Not as good.
And which is weird because I like chicken more than beef, but for some reason the beef works in the chalupa format just way better.
Yeah.
Super good. Put in that sour cream. Oh gosh.
Man, for me,
tomatoes.
For me, it's the Crunch Wrap, dude. I love the Crunch Wrap from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
The Crunch Wrap, and I would suggest trying the cheesy enchilada burrito that's over there now. It's pretty good.
Okay.
So it's just chicken, cheese, sour cream, rice, and red sauce.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. as far as like more fast food stuff goes, we've kind of covered everything that
I
I've.
just got one more item.
For me, fries. I will get fries anywhere because I just like potatoes, and that's
Yeah.
going to be a recurring theme in my list is potatoes moving forward. Potatoes and pasta. That's my two vices that I have at any restaurant. I'm always ordering a potato or a pasta of some sort.
Yeah.
But anyway, Caleb, what's your last one? What's your last one?
When I go to Subway, I tend to get the same exact thing every time because
Okay.
it never lets me down. That's the roasted turkey sub at Subway.
Yeah, it's
Either
good.
6-inch or,
Mm-hmm.
and I usually get it on wheat bread, slightly toasted,
Mm-hmm.
American cheese,
Okay.
lettuce, tomato, and I usually get the chipotle.
Okay.
It's because it's the right amount of spice without like overdoing it, and it's good.
Nice.
I went outside my lane a couple weeks ago and got the chicken bacon ranch for the first time in a while, and that chicken there
It's
was
too much.
No, there was just something wrong about it. It was
Yeah.
off. I was
Yeah.
like I was concerned I was going to get like food
Food
poisoning. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was off. It was
It's not
off.
good.
But then I went back 2 weeks later. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it another chance, and I got the roasted turkey like I usually do, and it hit. It
Cool.
hit, and sometimes I get those sun chips with it, and it's just really hits. But that's
we're,
all.
We're going to talk about sun chips.
That's all
later,
my.
don't
That's
you
all
worry.
my favorite like fast foods.
don't
Those are
you
usually my
worry.
go-tos for fast food.
Okay. The next, fast food for me. Last thing that I probably would talk about is the Arby's roast beef sandwich. God,
Good.
that thing slaps.
Yeah,
Slaps so hard.
definitely.
It's so good. So
Yeah, very good.
So that's 99% of the time. That's what I'm ordering if I ever go to Arby's. It's a beef and cheddar or just a regular roast beef sandwich.
Yeah.
Next
topic. Next topic is more so like foods, quick foods around the house you can snack on or whatever, whichever.
Okay.
You want to put that? I don't know if you know this about me, but I'd say nearly every single day of my life, I eat a peanut butter sandwich on wheat bread. Almost every day, sometimes twice a day.
Jesus.
I span it out. Sometimes if there's no like cereal or oatmeal, I'm like, you know what? I'm fixing a peanut butter sandwich for breakfast.
Well,
Now, let's say if we get to 7 p.m. and I had a big lunch at work or 6 p.m. and I eat like at a sit-down restaurant for work at lunch, and I'm like, I'm not that hungry. You know what? You know what'll be good right now? A peanut butter sandwich. And I used to get a lot of like the organic peanut butter, which is really good, but
Yeah.
I've recently went back to just regular peanut butter. Sometimes I get the natural.
Caleb's set
kind.
for the day. He's got a peanut butter sandwich.
Love peanut butter.
If you know, you know.
Love peanut butter sandwiches.
I do
u-
love
See, I used to do the peanut butter jelly, but I learned I weaned off jelly,
Uh-huh.
and I learned that I like just the peanut butter sandwich more.
Okay. I've got to have that jelly, man.
I don't.
I
used to, but I
gotta.
don't anymore.
I can eat a peanut butter. I can eat a peanut butter sandwich by itself. It's fine. I couldn't used to, dude. It was like glue to me.
you know why?
It's a texture
I started
thing.
doing it because I was doing a very specific like diet for working out when I was trying to cut out sugar, and it just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't cut out sugar in a long time, but that for some reason the peanut butter sandwich like it worked for protein, it worked for energy, it was good after a workout, it was good before a workout. It just works for me.
You don't ever see me eat them a lot, but I am an absolute fiend for fruit.
Yeah, I don't see you eat fruit a lot.
I love fruit so much, but I don't. Mainly the problem is that by the time if I go into somewhere and buy fruit and things like that, it's 99% of the time it's gone within the day.
Yeah.
Because I'll just sit there and eat it and eat it and eat it and eat it.
It's easy to eat. Yeah.
It is. Fuji apples, Granny Smith apples, grapes. I freaking love kiwi.
Kiwi's
But they're
great.
just they're so hard to fix, like
know,
like to peel.
So
and,
you've never eat it with the skin.
No, good God, no.
I have.
I
because,
can't.
Because
Ugh.
here's to me
It's like hair.
To me, some of the times it's not about the taste. It's about is this going to benefit me? Is
Well-
this and sometimes I just suck it up because apparently the skin has like great like antioxidant benefits to it. I'm like, you know what? This is all just going to my body. I don't care. It's whatever. But yeah, kiwi is great.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like to cut kiwis in half and then just scoop
I
them out.
probably eat apples more than any other fruit.
I don't know if you ever saw me do this, but do you know when I get a hankering for one, do you know what I like to eat?
I don't know.
Lemons.
Really? Oh gosh, I can't.
Just
I have a tough time with that.
Lemons.
Yeah.
Just cut them in half, sprinkle a little
Yeah.
bit of salt on them, and
Yeah.
they're so good, dude.
Yeah.
They're so good. let me tell you something. You want to wake up in the morning and you think that, as you was talking about last week, well, it didn't make the episode, but you were talking about splashing water on your face and stuff
Every
like
morning.
that every morning. Take you a big bite of lemon in the morning.
Yeah.
Boom. You are up like it is, like God just
Yeah.
shocked you with lightning. It's like just you're done.
Yeah.
But fruit, man, I really do love just sitting down with a bowl of fruit and just eating fruit. Or even taking some yogurt sometimes, but I don't. This was back when I was eating healthier.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like,
Well, yeah, I'll do that.
But-
It's like I have plain Greek
Yeah.
yogurt on here,
Yeah.
and like there's not much better than putting like blueberries into plain Greek yogurt.
Sure.
It's really
Sure.
really good. So.
Sure.
Let me raise this question to you.
Okay.
How likely do you think this episode is recording perfectly?
Well,
after man, we have PTSD.
Caleb, why don't we take a quick little break and let's find out? Well, Caleb, it seems to be recording pretty well. So,
yeah, we checked it. It's
we checked it. We're back.
And I got to cover like a few before we left off. I got to cover a few of my snack things there while we were talking about fruit. So that's good. Killing like 8 birds with 6 stones.
6
or something.
stones. Jesus.
You know, I love nuts.
Oh, I know you do. I know you do.
Almond. I know. For the first time ever, I had those like wasabi flavored almonds, and I thought they were great. But to me,
You just reminded me of something when you said nuts.
to
Go ahead.
me, I can just literally eat plain almonds without anything on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do slightly prefer the roasted and salted almonds, but I can just eat regular almonds, like with nothing on them. Doesn't matter to me. I'll do it.
Sweet chili pistachios. Oh my God, dude, they're so good. Don't get them with the shell.
Yeah.
You'll die. You will have a stomach ache. You will have a throat ache. You will be able to breathe properly.
Yeah.
They're so hot, like unbearably
Yeah.
hot.
So when it comes to me, like I think the best tasting like nut, maybe a cashew, like a full cashew. But I'll eat almonds more than cashews.
Yeah.
I have them at my desk at work and just. I need to pick me up or something. I'll just eat almonds.
One thing you and I can agree on is we do enjoy a good cookie.
Yeah.
We do enjoy a good cookie. We enjoy us Nutter Butters.
Yeah.
We enjoy those fudge dipped chocolate peanut butter cookies that I've got in there.
I just had one before
I'm
we
sure.
started.
I'm sure you did.
did.
But yeah,
It
those. I'm a sucker for a good cookie.
Yeah.
Caleb, crunchy versus chewy. Which ones? When it comes to cookies, crunchy or chewy?
Chewy.
Chewy.
Yeah.
Chewy as well.
Yeah, chewy.
Yeah, I don't like trying to break a tooth trying to eat a cookie myself. That's just me though.
Yeah. I mean, man, those soft batch.
Soft, yeah, yes. Woo, on a whole other level. Whole other level
Yeah.
of, and you know what else is on a whole other level is those peanut butter pies. My God.
Ah, no.
Oh,
man,
dude.
that's a bit much.
No,
They're great,
Never
but gosh,
too much.
oh, it's so much.
Never too much. Well, that's why you just eat one and then you're good for a week.
A,
and then
a
you
month,
eat it.
a year.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far now. Yeah.
You know what I love? I love a good bowl of oatmeal. And you know what? It doesn't even have to be like.
No thanks.
It doesn't have to be loaded with. Whenever I make like some of the instant oatmeal that takes like a minute to make, I'll put a dab of salt in it. But I don't even necessarily need to put the sugar in it. If I have like a thing of honey around, I'll put some honey in it. Then I'll put some of the cinnamon that you can pour in it.
Yeah.
And I'm good. With that being said, my go-to breakfast item at McDonald's is their
oatmeal.
they're very inconsistent oatmeal, but I'll get it. Don't care. Comes with fruit. You can
You
pour
didn't
in
talk
it.
about the oatmeal bar from Wendy's.
It's good. It's just it's not like incredible.
I can't have it, so
I'll get it someday. It has cranberry in it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I love oatmeal. I'll probably eat oatmeal maybe 1 to 2 times a week. Used to try to eat it but every morning or so.
You know, I like oatmeal in things like dried oatmeal or oats in different things like bars and cookies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I cannot eat regular in a bowl oatmeal. It makes me so sick. It's a consistency thing. I can't do it. I cannot. I've tried. My doctor told me that I need to lower my cholesterol and that I need to start eating oatmeal. Guess what? I tried. I'd rather have the high cholesterol.
See, this is where you and I are different. Because I can eat something
Can't do
And
it.
it doesn't. I realize it doesn't taste very good, but I'm like, I know in the long run this will benefit, and I will get used to this taste,
I
and
can't.
I will eventually just like deal
It's
with
not a
it.
taste. I like the taste. It's the consistency. It's like glue.
Okay, yeah.
It's glue. It's what it
okay.
it's wallpaper paste.
Suggestion about that. Get over it.
Oh, Mister, get over it. I don't want to
get
hear
over
it.
it.
I don't want to hear it.
To quote OK Go, get over it. They had a song called "Get Over It."
Shut up.
It was on one of those Madden games.
All right.
So
what else you got?
know
As
what I've really
snacks?
been into over
What's
the
that?
last 2 years, and this can go into like restaurant food too. But if I'm just at the house, I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna whip these up. This actually comes about like me making something because there's only a few things I'm good at making.
Okay.
One of those things is pancakes.
Yeah.
I was, I was doing that diet.
That-
so whenever I was doing the diet, whenever I was going to be the deep for Halloween,
That was
from-
on my. That was
from
on
the
my.
boys, I
sit
was
down
like, I
too.
need to still eat. I need to eat. If I'm cutting sugar out, I still need to eat food with carbs and
Yeah.
protein. So I got those like protein pancakes that like
The-
Kodak.
Yeah, Kodak.
The Kodak
I know it was a
pancakes.
bear. I just couldn't remember what it was.
And I'll get those sometimes, but if it's just regular pancakes,
Mm-hmm.
I got these like apple pancakes at the Capitol Market at one time in
Yeah.
Charleston that were just like literally the best pancakes that I've ever fixed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll whip those up if
Yeah.
I need something quick in the morning. Like,
Well, I
this
mean,
is a good breakfast for me.
well, we can always pop down to sit down casual restaurants because I mean I've got two things left on.
I'm almost
fast
there.
foods.
I'm almost there. Yeah.
Or not fast foods, but snack foods.
Yeah.
These kind of go in the same vein. All dressed potato chips
Mm-hmm.
and sun chips.
Yeah,
Dude,
sun
I
chips.
will tear up some sun chips.
Me too. Yeah.
The harvest cheddar, the salsa. I even like the normal sun chips. Mm-hmm. People give them flack. They're pretty good. Pretty
They're good.
daggone good.
I like them.
Yeah, love me some sun chips, dude. Love some sun chips. They got the just right amount of crunch. They're not overly seasoned. All dressed potato chips. If you've never had one, they're an acquired taste because it's literally everything thrown on a potato chip: salt and vinegar, barbecue, ketchup. But every time, what's cool about all dressed potato chips is every time you get one, it's a different flavor. Just because you never know what's got dressed
Yeah.
with what. So it's a little bit of a mystery factor, you know. But yeah, I do really enjoy some all dressed potato chips.
Yeah.
And sun chips.
So my last thing, I kept this as a snack because if I'm at the house and I need something to eat, now there's nothing else, there's nobody around. I'll fix this. It's one of the few things I can fix, and I do a pretty good job at.
Okay.
Absolutely not a snack. This could be a whole ass dinner,
Okay.
and that's making eggs. I guess you could call them fried eggs, but I don't I don't make them in like a grease or whatever. I use like the calorieless like pan spray that I use.
Like cooking spray.
Cooking
Yeah,
spray. That
like
has,
Pam. Like
yeah.
Pam. Okay.
I use that, make eggs, also make ramen. I put the eggs in the ramen and
yeah.
cook them together.
Sure.
Cut them up, put them in the. I don't even have to put the.
So you make ramen.
I don't even have to put the ramen like seasoning on it.
Okay.
Because I put the eggs in the ramen, then I
Uh-huh.
also put like maybe some teriyaki sauce.
Sure.
Over top of it.
Sure.
And that could be a. If you do a couple bags of ramen, which a lot of times I just do one. If you do a couple bags, that's a dinner.
So do you
got yourself yourself a stew
Do you
going.
boil the ramen? Do you boil the ramen,
Boil
or
the
do you just
ramen.
put it in there?
I boil it like
okay.
the way that you make ramen.
So pretty much you're like making a lo mein situation, like like almost like a egg lo mein
A little bit
situation.
in my own way.
Yeah.
In Caleb's way.
Yeah. Well, speaking of lo mein, if we're talking about sit down restaurants,
Yeah.
if I'm going to a Chinese restaurant, that is my go-to thing is chicken lo mein.
Mm-hmm.
No question. We're back on the noodle and pasta train.
Mm-hmm.
I will get anything pasta related at a Chinese restaurant. That crack you up, bub?
No, I just got thought about something.
No noodles.
So Josh,
No noodles.
there was talks of Josh wanting to do this low carb
It was a
diet.
low carb diet.
Low carb diet, and our friend
In my defense, I did do it, though.
and our friend was listing off things that he can't have, and he said noodles, and Josh was like, no noodles.
That is my love of noodles, folks,
Hey man,
and pasta.
speaking of pasta, this has nothing to do with you could get this in pasta. I
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
get pasta at restaurants.
Okay.
Luckily, I had just went to a tourist place, which is North
Okay.
Myrtle Beach, and got to eat at a lot of cool restaurants. And nearly every single one of them, I got some variation of this, and that is shrimp.
Sure.
No matter what. If I see like, oh, they got shrimp tacos, I gotta get those.
Yeah.
Or they have shrimp nachos, I gotta get those. Or they just have like grilled shrimp on a stick.
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah.
So shrimp is just like, that's one of the first things I look for on a menu.
Yeah.
When I go to the restaurant, because it very rarely lets me down, and I just love it. I love I love the texture of it. I love how it
Yeah.
tastes.
Yeah.
I'll eat shrimp cocktail. It doesn't even have to be like.
The shrimp cocktail's good, dude.
Love it.
So
Dip it in
good.
that red
Put it in
sauce.
that cocktail sauce. Yeah.
You got stew going.
Well, if we're staying on the train of fish and seafood, sushi. I
Yeah.
will tear sushi up. I will make a glutton of myself, and I will spend way more than I ever wanted to. But by God, I will sit there and eat sushi until my iron levels are to the point where it might kill me.
I've never had it. Like, I don't count like sushis that you can just buy in Walmart.
Right.
But yeah, like actual like Japanese restaurants and stuff like that. I've never had a sushi that I didn't like.
Yeah,
To be honest with
agreed.
You. Every single one of them. I
Agreed.
liked. I just had sushi early this week. I went to the local Japanese restaurant
Yeah.
here and got the 3 different kinds of sushi. It ends up being like 12 or whatever.
Yeah, you get the lunch special
I ate
where
them
you
all.
get 3 rolls.
I ate them all. I ate that ginger.
Yeah.
Now that wasabi kicked a little too hard for me.
Oh,
that day.
dude, that wasabi is. Ooh,
I put a little
wasabi
bit too
will
much.
tear you up.
I felt like I was doing the final dab on the
Yeah.
hot ones. I was like, I put way too much wasabi on this one.
I know you're not a fan of soy sauce, but
I like it. Really fun.
but ponzu sauce is where it's at, dude. Ponzu sauce has a little bit of a citrus kick in with it. And it's just a little bit of lemon. Oh, dude, so good, so good. But you can never find it anywhere now. It's like they just quit making it. But
Since we're still on the fish train, I love fish. I love it. That'll probably be the second thing I look for on a menu.
Yeah.
If they have a salmon,
Yeah.
they have a catfish. Honestly, any variation of fish.
have you had Yamato's catfish yet? They're fried catfish.
No, I didn't know they had it.
You should.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I'm not a fan of fried fish. That is damn good.
I like fried fish.
It is good, dude.
I've had fried catfish so many times, and I love it every time.
Well, for me, we're going to segue from fish and seafood to a sit-down Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
Okay? Fajitas for me. Meat, peppers, onions, everything that I love all in one thing, plus rice and beans. Buddy. Forget about it. Forget about it. It's so freaking good, man. I will absolutely tear that. What in the hell?
What?
It's got a I just got a work email and I was like, "What are they? I need a flu shot. What are you talking about?"
You do.
Get your vaccines. No, I'm just kidding. We don't make it a political discussion on this show. Woke. God, woke. Speaking of woke, real fast, we talked about it on the last or the episode when we tried to talk about it. We're going to segue here real fast. Matt Healy. Did you hear?
We gotta keep talking about Matt Healy.
Hold
I'm done
on.
with Matt Healy.
There's more to it. There's
my
more to
gosh.
it now. Did you know that the 1975 is going on hiatus now?
I did see that.
Yeah.
I did.
I hope they never come back.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Just
I
saying.
don't listen to their music. So.
Yeah, nobody does. Well, I mean, they
That's
do,
not
but,
true.
but they shouldn't because he's a dumbass.
That's fundamentally not true.
Dumbass. Sorry, this popped up, and I thought about that.
You
I
know
just
what?
wanted to talk about it.
You know what? You know what I like to get as a side, and it almost doesn't even matter what the main dish is.
Okay.
If I see this as a side, I'm like, we'll throw
A baked potato.
It used to be that, but I've
Okay.
leaned heavily towards a sweet potato.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
You and Nancy are in that
And
same boat
you know
with the
what?
sweet potatoes.
I don't even. I think we went to a restaurant at North Myrtle, and I even said, "Hey, you know what? Don't put any butter on it. You know what? You don't even got to put the brown cinnamon sugar on it. You don't even got to do that because I just love the way that a sweet potato tastes, even without that extra stuff that basically makes it candy."
When Nancy cracks them open, Nancy has sweet potato chips,
I'll try them.
and I guarantee you,
I'll try them.
you're gonna love them. Well, we had the sweet potato French fries
Those
that
were
you
good.
all
I
that
like
you all
those
were
a lot,
pretty
yeah.
that y'all were pretty adamant about. I'm not a huge fan of sweet potato. I'm not a huge fan. It's just I don't know. It's just too sweet for me, I guess. You know, if I want a potato, I want starchy.
I just don't know. The sweet potato is a little bit, unless like I said, unless you essentially make it candy.
Yeah,
It's a healthier.
It's a yam. It's not
It's
a
a
sweet
healthier
potato, it's a
alternative.
yam.
It's actually a healthier alternative to the baked potato.
Well,
Good for your vocals.
is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, Caleb, that's all I've got for sit-down restaurants, unless I can just think of something right off the top of my head.
I got one more. Let's say if I go to a restaurant and shrimp, they have none of it.
Okay.
They have no sort of like variation of fish.
Okay.
Next thing I'm looking for is do they have any Phillies? I used to be really big on
Philly cheesesteaks.
Philly cheesesteaks, but recently I've gravitated more towards the chicken Phillies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll get a chicken Philly. Like there's a chicken Philly at a local restaurant here, 317. Really like that a lot.
Nice.
When you go to a cheesesteak joint in like the mall or something,
Yeah.
I'll get the chicken Philly.
Yeah.
So chicken, just love chicken. I probably eat chicken, not fried chicken, but chicken.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of fried chicken.
Fried chicken makes me a little sick.
Yeah, KFC makes me
Yeah,
absolutely sick as hell. It's awful.
The furthest I'll go fried chicken wise is like those spicy chicken sandwiches. Or
Yeah.
those kind of sandwiches.
Yeah,
And even
yeah.
that's like I need to take something.
Yeah, I can't just grab a chicken leg or a chicken breast out of a bucket and just gnaw
I
into
can
it.
if that's like the only thing around, but I'll regret it. Like 8 times out of 10, I'll
I have to
regret
be
it.
really hungry, dude. I would rather be hungry.
I also don't think it's
than be
amazing.
sick like
I also
that.
don't think it's amazing either.
Yeah.
Like other people are like, oh man, I love a bucket of fried chicken. I'm like, I'd rather eat grilled chicken. I'd rather just
Yeah.
eat plain grilled chicken.
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's all of my sit down restaurant food.
Well, Caleb, I've got here just a little sidebar here of home recipes of stuff that I don't really ever find in a restaurant, but Nancy and I fix here at home.
Yeah.
I've only got 5. Okay. 2 of them are soups. She makes one hell of an awesome cabbage soup. I know you've had it. I think you've had it, haven't you?
Can't had to retire. I can't do it
Well,
anymore. It was very good though.
yeah,
Like the cabbage can't stomach. Just
Her potato soup is
I've had
top
that.
notch.
I'm sure I've had that. Yeah. Her chicken noodle is good. Right? She makes a chicken.
Yeah, she
noodle
does make
soup.
chicken noodle
Yeah.
soup, yeah. And the last thing is the taco rice that she makes that we've had.
That's good, yeah.
A few times. It's honestly, it's most of it's just one pot meals and just throwing everything in. But sometimes, dude, there's nothing like a good home cooked meal. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
Then the other 2 things that I've got here is cheesecake, dude.
I like cheesecake.
Man.
I don't eat it that much though.
Oh, I could eat any kind of cheesecake. I don't care.
I went to the cheesecake.
Except for key lime
I
cheesecake.
went to the
You can't do
Cheesecake
that.
Factory for the first time ever in
Dude.
and I did not get a cheesecake.
Dude!
I didn't get it.
Dude!
I might
What are
have-
you doing?
I might have tried like my mom's or something, but I didn't get
What
it.
are you doing?
I just didn't do it. It wasn't worth it to me to potentially upset my stomach with something like that for a weekend while I'm in Columbus.
It wouldn't have upset your stomach. I
Mine would
promise.
have cheese.
Oh, God. Well, speaking of cheese, last but not least, for me is my lasagna. I love
Yeah.
lasagna. There's a train coming. Anyway, so lasagna. That absolutely love me a good lasagna.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, that's all I've got.
I had some teas to talk about. You want this train to go by
Sure.
before we
All right, Caleb. The train is gone. So
Yes.
all that's left is really beverages.
I ran down the street while we were on break. Had to go get something.
Get something.
Beverages. Mine's just a assortment of teas.
Okay.
Honestly, green tea. I drink green tea every morning,
Okay.
whether it be regular green tea with peppermint, green tea with ginger. It all just really works for me. It
Okay.
has improved my day. It has improved my quality of life from day to day when I start with a cup of green tea or a big thing of green tea.
Sure. You are like you are to tea as I am to a whole pot of coffee every day.
Yeah. And I used to just drink the herbal tea.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do caffeine for a while.
Yeah.
But I do that.
Well,
the green tea is enough. That's enough caffeine for me.
I've tried to
personally.
cut out caffeine a little bit as much as humanly possible. So I actually drink a half caffeine coffee now. So if I make 10 cups of coffee, it's about the equivalent of having 5 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
But anymore, I find myself maybe drinking probably maybe 3 cups of coffee a day, maybe.
Yeah.
But then most of the time anymore, I really enjoy like sparkling water and stuff, dude. Like flavored waters and things like that. But still can't beat a Coke Zero sometimes. You know, that's just me though.
I don't know. I don't drink any of this.
I know you don't. I know you don't, buddy.
But yeah, I'll drink like ginger tea in the evenings or the one. Excuse me, just I need some tea right now. The one tea that I found that's really good for like my stomach is like fennel tea.
Okay.
Really good. I got like a very specific kind of fennel tea right now that has fennel, peppermint, and ginger in it all in one. And I'm like, oh, this is just so good for my stomach. And there's a Celestial Seasonings tea that I want to give a call out for because I just really like it. It's very unique. It's called Tension Tamer. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how well it works for moments of tension.
Okay.
But it's to me it's herbal tea's version of Fruit Loops.
Cool.
Has kind of a Fruit Loops smell, and depending on who you are, kind of a Fruit Loops flavor. I'd say most people would disagree with that.
Probably.
But not me.
Yeah, well,
I agree with myself.
You are the tea drinker. You are the tea drinker.
Yeah, other than that, I'm boring when it comes to drinks.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah.
Diet cran sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
You know about cran.
Yeah.
Cranberry.
Yes, I know completely about cranberry.
Oh, that kills you.
Caleb, is there anything else?
No, I'm sure there was like much more foods, but for some reason these were the ones that just
popped out at you.
Popped up at me,
Same. Well, Caleb, our topic for next week is favorite vacations.
Oh, did we decide to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we decided to do. It's our show. We can do what we want.
Okay, we're going to do favorite vacations because we're going to be out of town next weekend.
Right.
So we might as well, which isn't necessarily a vacation, kind of like a 3-day thing.
It's a little 3-day thing that we're going to enjoy having. We will talk about that. We're not going to tell you about it now because we're going to wait and talk about it next week.
Right as summer ends.
Yes.
2 weeks after summer ends is when we're going to talk about vacation.
Yes. But anyway, Caleb, where can people find us?
They can find us by typing in Chat From a Hat on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. And if you want to email us at chatfromahatcast@gmail.com.
That's right, folks. We appreciate the feedback. Make sure to leave a comment. What are some of your favorite foods? What are some of your favorite vacation spots? We may talk about that next week before we do our episode on our favorite vacations.
Yeah. We might get some feedback ahead of time on that one. Yeah, maybe.
Might be something you need to do a little Facebook post about, like you always do. A little posty.
Posty Maloney.
Well, folks, we'll talk to you next week about our favorite vacations. Again, what are your favorite foods? And we'll talk to you next week.